Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at wokwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I posted in the past. If you have any comment or any videos that you would like me to make, please enter it below the video. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And my fast cooking system has 4 components, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Stir frying is the primary cooking method, and stir frying requires a wok. A wok is probably the most versatile cooking utensil because in addition to stir frying, a wok can be used for sautéing, pan frying, deep frying, shallow frying, and braising, and it can be also used for boiling, steaming, grilling, roasting, broiling, and browning. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use a wok to make a spaghetti dinner all from scratch using only the wok. When Barbara wanted to make some spaghetti sauce, she discovered the best way to cook some fresh tomatoes is to use a wok because the wok has a large opening. But she quickly discovered that her carbon steel wok do not work very well because the carbon steel wok tend to rust after you boil anything that is acidic in it. So as a result that she went out and purchased a stainless steel wok specifically for this purpose. So she got the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. Now this wok is also come with a nice glass cover. So this way will allow her to cook the tomatoes slowly with the covers on. This will allow her to simmer down the tomato. The reason that the carbon steel wok will not work very well in boiling tomatoes is that any time when acidic food is boiled in the carbon steel wok, it will remove that protective oil film, which coated the surface of the wok that is necessary to prevent the wok from rusting. Boiling acidic food in it, it will remove that protective film, and the carbon steel wok, when exposed to air, will start to rust unless you recoat the surface with oil. Unfortunately, when it comes to stainless steel wok, that is something you don't have to worry about because stainless steel wok is rust resistant. So even though you boil anything that contains acid, it will not affect the surface of the wok and the end result that it will not rust. So because of this reason, a stainless steel wok is far more versatile and flexible. And so getting a stainless steel wok will allow you to cook almost any type of food ingredients without any restriction and without any concern that the wok might end up rusting. Now this is also true for cast iron wok. So similarly, when you boil anything acidic in the cast iron wok, it will remove that protective oil film, and the end result is that the cast iron wok will rust. Barbara was very happy with her stainless steel wok. First of all, is that she finds that the stainless steel wok has a huge capacity. It actually allows her to put in as many as 20 tomatoes. As she cut the tomatoes in half and put it in the wok, and she simmered it with the cover on. Because tomato has a high water content, so she did not have to add in any water at all. So the end result is that it is pure tomato juice. She simmered the tomatoes for about half an hour, and then she took the cover off, and then she used a pair of long-handled tongs to remove the skins from the tomatoes. Now the wok has a tremendous advantage in this particular task because the wok has a large opening. It provides a lot of room for manipulation. Barbara later told me that just this particular task alone, it's worthwhile for her to spend $36 to purchase this Cuisinart stainless steel wok. But eventually, she ended up using this wok instead of her carbon steel wok to do all her stir frying. And very shortly, this wok became her go-to utensil in almost any other cooking functions that she carry out in the kitchen. And my friend Ed recently purchased a Hestan NanoBond wok. Now this wok is a high-end wok, but he decided that he's going to make use of this wok to do all his cooking because he paid a lot for this wok. So one thing he decided to do is that he's going to boil some spaghetti pasta noodles in this wok. As I have demonstrated in other videos, boiling pasta noodles is probably one of the most effective use of a 14-inch wok, because most pasta noodles come in 12-inch length, and it is perfectly laid over the surface of the wok, so you don't have to bend it or to break it. And the end result is that it makes extremely convenient. Now the Hestan wok has one very interesting characteristic. Because of its titanium coating, first of all, it is rust resistant, but it also has much greater heat retention. The water in the Hestan wok comes to a full boil much faster in comparison to the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. So consequently, it actually cooked the pasta noodles much faster. Ed told me that when he used his Hestan wok, he has to turn down the heat setting on his burner. This heat retention capacity definitely is an advantage over the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. In about 6 minutes, the noodle is ready. So I transfer them into a large bowl of cold water. This is a far more effective way than try to pour out the boiling water into the sink. And now it is ready to go. I do not use any oil or salt to boil the noodles. And then I put them into plastic container and store them in the refrigerator. This will be part of my advanced prepping for noodles. They have pretty good shelf life. I usually can store them for about 7 days. After draining the water from the wok, it is ready now to cook his spaghetti sauce. And this is one advantage when you use a wok like this. You can carry all the cooking functions in a single utensil. For Ed, the first step in making the spaghetti sauce is to saute some onion. The wok is a perfect cooking utensil for sautéing because sautéing and stir-frying is basically a similar cooking approach. Usually sautéing is done in a skillet or a frying pan, whereas in this case it is being done in a wok. It gives you more space. The Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok and the Hestan wok work pretty much the same. They both have a large flat bottom surface area, so this provides a lot of room for mixing the ingredients. Both the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok and the Hestan wok has natural surfaces. So in this case, I can use a stainless steel wok spatula. The major difference is that because of the titanium incorporation in the Hestan wok, it is scratch resistant, so it will not leave any scratch mark on the surface of the wok. For people who like the wok always to be spotless and clean and without any scratch, this is definitely a tremendous advantage, and I really enjoy these features. And also because of the titanium construction of the Hestan wok, it has better heat retention and therefore cook a little bit faster than the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. Now I'm ready to add the fresh tomato sauce that I created earlier with the fresh garden tomatoes. The capacity of a 14-inch wok allows me to use about 10 cups of tomato sauce. The Hestan wok is basically a stainless steel wok coated with molecular titanium. The titanium provides many of the features that are well known for the NanoBond wok. First and foremost is that it makes it scratch resistant. And secondly, is that it allows it to have better heat retention, and of course it is rust resistant. And because of this reason, you can cook acidic food in this wok without having to worry about that it might rust. Now, of course, you can do the same with the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless wok. Will give you the same result and outcome. The addition of some Italian seasoning mix will provide the flavor that I'm looking for. One thing about cooking in the wok is that you have a lot of space allow you to mix and stir. And because of the large opening, this mixing is more efficient as well as more convenient. Next, I'm going to simmer the tomato sauce. It turned out that the Hestan wok is probably a better cooking utensil for this because the side of the wok of the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok is a single layer of stainless steel. So the heat holding capacity is not going to be as good as the Hestan wok, but nevertheless, it will do the job. Okay, by now the tomato sauce is done. A little bit too thin, so I'm going to thicken it with some cornstarch. I make a cornstarch water solution with 1 part of cornstarch to 3 parts of water. I'm going to add a little bit at a time to adjust the thickness as I would like it. If you are allergic to corn, the replacement for cornstarch is to use arrowroot starch. Okay, now I have achieved the thickness that I want. The last part I'm going to add is that I'm going to add some shrimp. I'm going to make a shrimp spaghetti sauce. I add the shrimp way at the end because I do not want to overcook the shrimp. The shrimp will cook very quickly. Usually in about 2 to 3 minutes, the shrimp will be ready, and by then the sauce is ready to be served. Of course, you can make modifications to this spaghetti sauce with other type of meat that you will like, such as hamburger meat or with chicken. In this case, you can brown the beef and the chicken in advance before you add it to the sauce. This video is a good demonstration of the flexibility and versatility of a wok. Most people think of wok as associated with Asian or Chinese cooking. But in fact, the wok is just another cooking utensil, and you can use it to cook any type of cuisine that you would like, whether it is Italian, Mexican, or French. In Chinese restaurants, the wok is the only cooking utensil that they used. However, today, more and more professional kitchens start to incorporate wok into their cooking, partly because of their versatility and their convenience. The versatility of the wok definitely extends beyond stir frying. You can use it in sautéing, pan frying, deep frying, shallow frying, braising, also in boiling, steaming, grilling, roasting, broiling, and browning. The possibility is almost infinite. In this video, I demonstrate 2 different woks. The first wok is a low-end wok, which I called it a starter wok. I reviewed it in this video, and you can take a look for more details. Now, this wok is great for if you are starting out. It can do all the things that I have listed, and it is very inexpensive. And for $36, you are getting a really good deal, also with a glass wok cover. However, if you're looking for an exceptional wok, a wok which I call it a generational wok, a wok that not only will last your lifetime, but you can also pass it on to your children and grandchildren, and the Hestan wok will be the wok for you to get. Again, it can carry out all the functions that I have listed. I hope this video helped you to see the potential of what a wok can do. If you're interested in purchasing either one of these woks, please use the link below the video. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine, and by using my fast cooking system, you can make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.